Read an article just then and it says, literally posted an hour ago, we were shocked. Aussie couple review heartbreaking mortgage broker meeting. And being a mortgage broker myself, especially stuff posted by this reporter over here, a young couple have revealed the meeting they had with a mortgage broker that left them feeling cut down and panicked. Now, the last thing you want to feel when you see a mortgage broker, whether it's with myself or anyone in the industry, is to feel cut down and panic. Let's look into this article and kind of like break it down so there's no sort of media propaganda. So we're not spreading the fear mongering towards mortgage brokers and meeting mortgage brokers when you're trying to assess your home loan capacity to get into your first property. By the way, how's this for my new t-shirt for my company? Ending generational poverty. See this the Chinese sign over here? Right over here, okay. That's a Chinese word for poor, poverty, which in Cantonese is kong, or Chinese Mandarin qiong. And it's crossing out. Because in my company, I'm trying to end the generational poverty curse and your fam. Anyway, that's a bit of motivation of why I come to work every day as a mortgage broker for the last 15 years, helping first home buyers and first time investors. But anyway, I'm not here to plug my services. I'm here to break down this misconceived article. So we got like two first home buyers over here, Lucy and her partner Riley, both 25, 26, left disheartened after visiting a mortgage broker 2 years ago. By the way, 2 years ago was like when money was cheap, COVID days, right? Discovering they could only borrow 400 Gs. Basically, we have two couples. Mr. over here is a carpenter. Mrs. over here is a tattoo artist. About 2 years ago, they could only borrow $400,000 from seeing a local mortgage broker. Now, I don't know how true this article is because 2 years ago was COVID days when the government was like splashing out money. Rates was between 1.99 to 2.99%. And if you're a carpenter and he says he's an apprentice carpenter and she's a tattoo artist, combined income needs to be around back then 70 Gs to get 700K. So I'm questioning, right? You're a tattoo artist, you're an apprentice carpenter. Surely combined income should be around 100 Gs, right? But look, no judgment. You're in like some place like in Ulladulla. I can't pronounce it, some whoop place. And maybe the demographic there isn't a lot, so they won't be paying a high wage for a tattoo artist and an apprentice carpenter. Anyway, Nick Minute, old mate over here, Mrs. Tattoo Artist, was overwhelmed. I thought it would not be as difficult. We make decent money. We were shocked. We couldn't borrow that much. I felt isolated, cut down, like that was so sad. Mind you guys, this article sort of like points the finger at the mortgage broker, making them feel cut down and isolated. But hey, we are just the middleman. We are the people in between that project manages the loan between you and the bank. The bank is the final boss you got to defeat to get the money. We're just helping you, right? In an RPG game, role-playing game, Final Fantasy. If you're like a millennial, I'm Cloud and my assistant's Tiffer, and then we're just trying to bitch Shinra, just to get you the loan. If you don't get that concept, bloody, go play Final Fantasy 7. It's the best game ever. Millennial nostalgia, my God, love that game. Anyway, the couple felt disappointed after that meeting, but believing that the mortgage broker they met did the best they could with the resources they had and said, hey guys, I think you should bunk down for another 12 months, save some money, get more income, and come back. And that's what they did. They decided to hustle for a year and reevaluate. And just like Goku before he reached Super Saiyan, he was training in that pressure machine, like training in 1,000 times gravity, they reached Super Saiyan level. They were able to borrow $550,000 with a 5% deposit. Woohoo! And then they eventually bought a house in Nowra, which they said is worth $475,000, a rundown home in Nowra. When the couple first inspected it, they felt disgusted. At this point when I'm reading an article, I'm thinking this couple, is their mindset in the right place? Everything is negative. You see the broker, you couldn't get the loan that you want because you're so fixated on buying a house rather than buying a townhouse or unit, which is a bit more cheaper. And then in the article, she comes out swinging saying, I'm not happy with $400,000. And then 12 months later, she got a loan for $550,000, which allows you to buy a property with a bit more meat in terms of quality, but then you end up buying a property for $475,000, and then you complain it's a piece of crap, because with the money you spent, you bought a C-grade property rather than an A-grade property in Nowra. And then you bitch about the broker saying, this pre-approval that I got, you can't get nothing for it. We were clutching at straws. Then 2 paragraphs up, the article said you can borrow something up to $550,000, which means at like a $550,000 loan divided by 0.95, because they have 95%, they can get something up to $578,000. But instead, they opted to buy something for $475,000, a rundown home in Nowra. I mean, seriously, to quote my Vietnamese uncle, no one put a goddamn gun on your head to buy a rundown place and then bitch about it. Like, geez, It's not the broker's fault. The broker got you the loan. You chose to buy something at a more affordable price, which means a C-grade property. What has this got to do with you meeting the goddamn mortgage broker? How did this mortgage broker cause the heartbreaking moment for you? At the end of the day, I'm very happy for them because they bought a upper fixer, which means they can renovate slowly through their blood, sweat, and tears. Oh man, so dramatic. But by buying an upper fixer, which is a C-grade property, like maybe on a popular street, but a crap property, $475,000, you add value. Hopefully in time, this increases the value of this property, and in say 5-10 years time, you can flip it and make a killing. Probably then you can come back and thank the bloody mortgage broker that did the hard work for you. God damn, be grateful, people. People like us, we don't get paid from you guys. We get paid from the bank, which pays us a commission. When the bank pays us a commission, it doesn't affect your rate. So basically, it's a win-win service. Anyway, jump in the comments. Do you think this couple has been overly dramatic? Do I have a justification for roasting them? I'm just trying to look both sides. Anyway, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think.